Let us understand now about the atom with respect to its size, mass and valency. We know that the atom has nucleus which contains proton and neutron, and we have the electrons revolving in the extranuclear part. The nucleus is positively charged because it contains protons which are positively charged, and there are neutrons also, but they are electrically neutral, whereas the electrons are negatively charged. Now, to see the atom, our eyes are not sufficient. The sight of our eyes is not able to see the atoms, isn't it? It is very much tiny. On the tip of the needle also you can say the lakhs of atoms must be sitting. So should we use simple microscope? No, not even single simple microscope will work. Then compound microscope? Even compound microscope also will not work. What you need is the electron microscope, which is very much costly also. Okay, we don't have in our lab also that. So to see all those things, we have the electron microscope. Anyway, now, so tiny, imagine that on the tip of the needle, you can say that the thousands or the millions of atoms are sitting. So, how to measure the size of it? Huh? Your cloth size, we can say, okay, you have the 34 ka size now presently or 32 ka size presently for your clothes, your top, etc. But how about the size of these tiny atoms? So small, small, small. Now, I'll just tell you how are we measuring it. We are measuring it, the size of the atom, by its radius. Now, what is atomic radius? It is the distance between the nucleus of an atom and its outermost orbit. Oh God, so small is, imagine, as it is the atoms are so small, so tiny, huh? As we have here, so tiny, huh? If you magnify it, you will see that it's like a circle. In that also you have a tiny nucleus. The distance between the nucleus and the outermost orbit is called as the atomic radius. So, so tiny. Imagine millions of atoms sitting on the tip of the needle. So, we need to have a very small units, na? Our meter, centimeter, millimeter will not work. For them, for the atom, it's like a very big, like giant elephant. Those units are. So we need to have a small units. So the small units, what we are going to do is, we are going to divide meter into 10 raised to 9 parts. Okay, beyond 10 crores. Beyond 10 crores I am talking about. Okay, so that many parts we are going to make of 1 meter, and one small tiny part will be called as 1 nanometer. I repeat, you have 1 meter, you are going to divide it into, you are going to divide it into how many parts? 10 raised to 9 parts. We are going to divide it into 10 raised to 9 parts. Okay. So 10 raised to 9 parts. मतलब 10 के बाद में 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Huh? You need 10, 100, 1000, 10,000. Then you have lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 10 crore, right? Then 100 crore. That many. This many parts we are going to do, and one part of that will be the 10 raised to 9. Okay. So when you combine all these parts together, 10 raised to 9 parts, you're going to get 1 meter. That much tiny partitions you are going to do. See, this is what is the electron microscope. So big it is not to see such a small things. Hmm? See the size of the person, the size of the electron microscope. Anyway, so let us see approximately size of the atom. We see that the size of hydrogen atom is about 10 raised to minus 10 meters, and of water molecule is 10 raised to minus 9 meters, and hemoglobin, which is present in our blood now, its size is 10 raised to 8 meters. Okay, this is just to get an idea that how much tiny those things are. Fine. It was all about the masses. Now let us talk about the this was about the size. Now let us talk about the mass. The mass of an atom is concentrated at its nucleus. The nucleus is having proton and neutron, and both are having the unit charges roughly, right? So you have, say you have 11 proton and 12 neutron in sodium. If you have 11 proton and 12 neutron in sodium, then the atomic mass will be P plus N, that is 11 plus 12, that is equal to 23, right? So 23 Dalton is the atomic mass of sodium. Now you must be wondering, how is this all possible? Huh? So tiny things, then how we are able to weigh it, right? So what was done? See, as you know that protons and neutrons are there, what I am going to do is, I am going to take hydrogen as it in being the smallest, the lightest one. These are my hydrogens, so you can say. And here I taken one carbon. Okay, one on one pen, I ask one carbon atom to sit on the another pen. I am just go on keeping the hydrogen. So what I observed, when I am keeping 12 hydrogen, then it is getting balanced. So what does it mean? That 12 times hydrogen का weight is nothing but 1 time carbon का mass. Okay, similarly, if you have nitrogen, then nitrogen has 14 times mass of one hydrogen. Nitrogen has 14 times that of hydrogen atom. Therefore, the relative mass of nitrogen atom is 14. When we are taking hydrogen ka 1, then we can say of nitrogen it is 14 and of carbon it is 12. Right? Now what happened actually on this scale when we were doing na? So relative atomic mass of many elements came out to be fractional. They were a fraction, means it is not coming as a whole number. So what happened in a course of time, different atoms were chosen as a reference. Then they have stopped taking H. तो चलो H को ही ले लो. Okay, H we consider as a 1, fine. But सब उसे बहुत भारी है. So what is taken? We had started taking carbon 12 as a standard. Means you have, instead of keeping hydrogen here, we started keeping carbon here. You have kept the elements in the other pan, and one pan you are going to just go on keeping the carbon. Carbon taken as 12. Okay. So all the atomic masses are taken. See here we have a table. in which the atomic mass of various elements are written. The symbol is given accordingly. Various atomic masses are also given. So taking 12 as a standard for the carbon, the hydrogen is 1/12 part, that is 1.